Jason, there's a mom out there right now that is dealing with an addicted son or daughter, or there's a guy that is dealing with depression and he doesn't even know where to begin. And they're praying. They're praying and they're praying and they're praying and nothing's happening. And what are you going to say to them? Like, because let's not give just cliche answers here, but like, what are you going to say to someone that's like, why is God ignoring me?
Well, I would say I know it feels like God is ignoring you. I know that's how it feels. That's not true. God is in this with you. God suffers. I mean, the hope we have, the greatest hope we have when it comes to these most painful of issues is that we believe in a God who entered into our pain and suffering in Jesus Christ and suffered with us. He's with us. That's really the only assurance we get. It's not that, I mean, everything will be better. Like, a day is coming, and that day has already started in the resurrection. Like, we're getting glimpses now, but it's coming in its fullness.
Oh, that's good.
But in the meantime, he promises to walk with us, to be with us, to weep with us.
Wow.
And he has not abandoned you. That's all that's really all you can say is he has not abandoned you. He never will forsake you. He never will abandon you. And we have to keep going back. I always have to go back to the garden with moments like that at the end of the day, this is a God revealed in Jesus Christ who weeps. He wept at the tomb in John 11 with Lazarus. He's a God of compassion and comfort because what does Hebrews say? He's gone through and experienced everything we've experienced, which I take that to mean Jesus, God himself, knows what it feels like to be depressed.
Wow.
If that is true, he knows anxiety. He knows it. It says that there's nothing we go through that he hasn't gone through. So, for we do not, what does he say? Serve a high priest who's unable to understand and sympathize with our weaknesses. That's what it says in Hebrews, I think chapter 4. So he gets it. It's painful. It's hard. And then I would say, don't give up.
Yeah.
I don't know any other thing to say. Don't give up.
And I think that's part is even you saying, I don't know what to say, I think is what some people want to hear is it's okay. There isn't an answer sometimes because God's ways, the Bible says God's ways are higher than our ways. And we don't get the whole vantage point. We don't get to see the whole painting. We don't know what's a broken world and what is God ordained. When we don't know any of that stuff. The reason I looked at my phone a second ago is I just read in my devotional something that was so exactly what you were saying is it talked about revelations and it talked about someday, someday he will come and every eye will see him and everyone will recognize, even those that pierced his hands, like they will see. And it's something to look forward to, that the pain of today, although excruciating, is temporary.
Healing is coming. At the end of the day, healing is coming.
And I hope for everyone that it's coming today, like actually,
yes, totally.
like in care. But
I always find it one of the most sort of tension-filled passages in the New Testament to me, or in the Gospels, is in Luke 4, where Jesus has been healing person after they're lined up. Like they're lined up. Healing. And then it says he left because he goes, I must go on to other towns. Now, he said that after a whole group had come to be healed because they saw that other group the day before be healed. So now it's the next morning and they're all there to be healed. And he walked away from them. That passage always creates tension because someone was the last one to be healed. And then there was others who didn't.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why there's parts of my life that I still haven't experienced internal healing from or whatever. But I do know that doesn't call into question Jesus's goodness. I can't explain why, and I think you ought to be real careful about anybody who feels like they can easily explain why this or that. By the way, that's exactly what the disciples did. Remember when they saw that guy who was blind, and they go, Jesus, who sinned? This guy who's blind or his parents? Because someone must have sinned to put him in this condition. And Jesus rebukes them. He's like, you guys are idiots. What do you mean who sinned?
I think that's from the direct Hebrew.
That's my translation. But that's the tone. He's like, what are you talking about? Who sinned? Oh, you think God works like karma? You do something bad and you get bad? He was like, no, God is grace. He goes, this man's blind so that the glory of God can be revealed. That's awesome. So in other words, God will do something in this man's blindness that he couldn't have done if the man were seeing. I don't know how it works. It's mysterious, but I do know you've all seen it. We've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen people who went through what we would have, I would feel like that would have broke me. That would have absolutely broke me. I've seen people who lost a child. We know people who've struggled through addiction, like the worst of the worst kinds of things, right?
Yeah.
And their faith didn't crumble. In fact, it got stronger. So why? Because there was a glory that God was doing in their life in the middle of it that couldn't have been done or maybe wouldn't have been done any other way.
Wow.